Well, today I'm going up this very bumpy track, going to see my friends Wood, just keep an eye on it for them. They don't come down that often and they're getting on a bit, so camping here in the winter isn't really a viable proposition for them. And there's a bloke up there on a horse. You very rarely see a soul down here. You do get the odd horse rider. On an audio-visual front, the little Philips car stereo thing is working well. When I came to try the broken, chinky CD player that was there, I found it wouldn't go, and there was a reason for that. It had never been wired in. And I just pulled it out. And there, in the back, in the cavity, were the ISO plugs to connect this. So that was alright, and even the aerial lead was intact. So that was a dead easy job to do. This track really is epic. They were going to cover this a while ago, but they never did. Something about being afraid of boy racers. These big gates we just went through, they're part of what was a big house at the end of the road. And it's now gone, and the story goes that the butler used to come down and shut the gates every night. That's not a bad sound, is it? The radio works perfectly. See if I can get anything there. When you switch it off, it usually comes up with Classic FM, which is odd because I never put that in. See if we can find anything. Might be a bit difficult down here because the reception isn't that good. We're quite low down here. Oh dear, I don't know, taking its time, isn't it? Still better too slow than so quick you can't stop it in time. Now it's going mad. Oh, there we are, it's a radio station.
Guys on the night, they had to... And how to win games. 19th placed Albion have lost or drawn all but 3 of their games so far this season. Virgo feels his side should seize the opportunities when they arise.
I felt that, you know, if you look at the overall result, 2-0 up, we should have won that, no doubts about it. And then Gillingham
said he's disappointed by the criticism of his
long
appointment
wave,
as a new
medium wave as well.
Spokesman has since apologised for those remarks.
right balance, and it's definitely that does come with confidence and victories. That in this league you do need.
City as a stern. He finished 5th in the Brazilian Grand Prix. And the weather for Surrey.
You've got a fader there for the front and the rear.
Sunshine through this afternoon.
Balance.
Top temperatures today of 14 degrees Celsius.
Tone control. Remarkably, this unit was made in the early 90s. And I don't know if you noticed, but none of the pots are scratchy on it. They all work just as good as new. Anyhow, that's it. We're here. This is a bit of a funny old car I've got, really. It's a Rover, but it was made during the time when Honda were very heavily involved with Rover up at Longbridge in Birmingham. And apparently the site's now been completely cleared, because in the end Honda pulled out. And the management buyout then took over, and it was a bit of a disaster, because it turned out that the people in charge were just screaming off the profits, and to hell with everybody else, and in the end it went down the pan, and it's been sold off to China, would you believe. But during Honda's time, some of these cars actually had a Honda engine, and there was one almost like this that was called a Honda Concerto, and was actually built in Longbridge alongside these. I wonder why, seems odd to have one like that. It even had the curve of wood like that, like this does. But very odd indeed. Everybody else has a nodding dog, but I have a flying pig. Oh, and an owl hanging up. Anyway, here we go. Let's go and have a look at the wood.